pass it.
Told you I got that on me, I got I'm on that. Hangman, when it comes to Hangman, I hang myself.
That's crazy. What's clapping, everybody? Welcome back to Anime Intervention. This is episode 11. I'm your host, BMG, here with my brother, Clean Bean, my co-host. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. We got a big episode planned for today.
Yes, we do.
But before we jump into it, disclaimer, all right? Comment section. Please stop talking.
Damn.
All right, let's continue. Let's talk anime. How you been? What you been watching?
Right now, I've been watching two animes, Windbreaker and the Isekai Suicide Squad. Yeah, I've been watching those two. Yeah, I know. Weird.
No. I want to hear this
like
because listen. I actually want to hear this because I haven't watched it yet. All I know is about Amanda. What's her name?
Amanda Waller.
Yeah. Does she like
ending?
twerk in the?
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't twerk.
She doesn't twerk. She's just dancing. I'm looking at like, this is the most bizarre but funny ending I'm seeing in my life. I'm like, what is happening here? Everyone was dancing, but just seeing Amanda Waller do it, I was looking and I was like, yeah, I can't. Can I go back 5 seconds ago, or like can I bleach my eyes maybe or something? Because that was atrocious.
Well, tell me about listen. I'm a DC fan. I'm a Marvel fan. I'm kind of both. I'm a mix of both. But like, haven't really seen much of like an anime centric DC universe show before. Personally, for me, I don't know if anybody could think of one. But this is like the first time for me in this medium that I'm seeing it come out. So you tell me, what do you think about it?
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm rating it a 7 out of 10.
I mean, to be honest, that's very high for what I was expecting. Why a 7?
On Now, I saw that was like 6.6, and I was looking, I was like, damn, y'all bashing the hell out of this. How could it possibly be, go wrong? And in the first beginning episodes, I was like, okay, I can understand why. Like,
Is that bad?
see, Joker, when he appears, I'm looking at his face, I'm like, okay, you could have made the scars actually be visible on his, like, his cheeks. Like, he basically slit his cheeks, made it wider. Well, his mouth made it wider.
Yeah.
But they basically just made face paint over it and had like a jagged smile.
That's it?
Instead of, yeah, that's basically what he looks like. And then, the regular makeup with the white, and then under the bags is like dark, and then his hair is green. So I didn't like the way that they portrayed him in a way.
Okay, so his depiction is not as great as it should be.
Not great as it should be.
What about the other characters?
The other characters are okay. Like they had Clayface in there, they had Deadshot, they had Peacemaker, but Peacemaker didn't really get into his, persona of like torture and like for the peace.
Yeah.
Until the later episodes, or like, episode like 5 or 6. As for Harley I thought was amazing. That was just me. I really enjoyed her character and the way that she was portrayed. And King Shark was just hilarious for my taste. Like, they really brought out the violent nature of him, like just raw, just violent nature, and then being aloof at certain points where he's just like, I didn't mean to do that, or something like that. Like it's like weird, but I thought it definitely hit its marks with those characters, 1, 2, and those two characters definitely.
What about the story?
The story, though, I feel like the story could have used a lot of work.
So you think that's part of where like the rating comes from? You think it's the plot and just the way the characters are positioned in the plot?
I think it's the plot, and then also some of the fighting scenes are like lacking in terms of umph. Like, there was a dragon there one time. Like, well, sorry, no, it's technically 2 dragons, but there was one
dragon. What the hell?
Yeah.
What is this? Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know, but the first dragon that they encountered in this like new world where they're going there for resources, it's not as impactful. Like you're just sitting there and they're trying to see how powerful the dragon is. The moment it lands on the ground, I'm expecting everything to like break. I'm
Mhm.
expecting for him to like, have an impact or even like the fire breath. I wasn't expecting like to see it come out through the chest and then like, blurt out like that.
So do you think that it's more of the budget issue, or is it just the design issue is the problem?
I think it's a possible, hmm, I'm gonna say design issue, in my opinion. Definitely a design issue, and I feel like they could have they could have gave more fight scenes like a little more action
Mm.
because they when they did have action, it was great, but they kept on cutting it like down because of the fact that these characters were also when they went to another world, there was a kingdom that kind of thought of them as like outsiders, and then let's go put you in prison.
So typical isekai
Yeah,
nonsense, kind of.
typical isekai nonsense. But you were already in prison in your other world, and then you're in prison now. So it's
Going
like
from one prison to the next.
you're going from one prison to the next. You're not doing anything or that much. So it was more of a comedic type of anime, in my opinion. I'm not even sure if it's done, but like I watched the latest episode. It's like okay, it looks like it's finished.
Like it's actually going to be short. I didn't look at how many episodes it was supposed to be. Like I could check on Mal real
Yeah,
quick, but
I can check,
I
but
didn't. I wasn't. I was expecting it to be like generic 12 episoder, um, at most.
yeah.
But hey, if that's not it, then that's not it. About me. I've been watching Oshinoko still, obviously. Can't say I can't stop watching it because it's just so good. You got I'm still behind on a lot of different animes that I said I was gonna watch. Like Aaliyah, I'm still watching that, but I'm like on episode like 4 still. I still think that's a really good setup for like romance. I'm still reading Kaiju number 8. I'm nearing the end. I'm like on like chapter 85 or something. I'm pretty sure it goes up to like chapter 110 or something like that. So I'm nearing it. I'm nearing getting there. And then I'm rewatching, and one of our cast members will definitely enjoy the fact that I'm rewatching this. Helsing,
Ozing, okay.
Alucard. So I'm rewatching it because I want to get back into it. It's been a minute. Like I'm thinking maybe 2010 is probably the last time that I was watching it. But hey, I want to go back. I want to watch it, see how it holds up to the standard. You know how you watch the new anime and you go back and watch the old anime. And you like to see the difference in animation. Like that's what I do a lot of the times when I'm watching like old animes. I go back to Samurai Champloo. I'll go back to even before that. I'll go like um, Cowboy Bebop and see how they do the animation there. You know, make it work.
Hmm.
It's cool. Just the evolution of animation is cool. But yeah, besides that, that's really it for me. The Olympics is over. We're rolling on.
Yeah, rolling on. And semester is about to start for
Yeah,
me.
sorry to hear that, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. You almost done though. You almost done. Keep it going. Keep it going.
One more.
One more semester. But yeah, you ready to start this episode for today?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am. We're about to get into it.
All right, audience. Listen, we got something special planned for you today. We have a guest. We have a guest. I mean, I think it's a guest. I'll call him a guest.
Mm.
Um, he's probably just a nigga though. But
Yeah, yeah.
let's invite
For sure.
let's invite our guest, our homie, our homeboy, JoJo to the stand. Let's go, JoJo. Come on in.
Jojo. But wait. What what are you doing?
What an entrance. Welcome,
Good.
fam. Welcome to the squad. Oh, you know why we called you here, right?
Yeah, I think so. I
You
got
sure?
a pretty good idea.
All right, good. We about to tell you for the audience. JoJo here has been working behind the scenes to make sure the cameras are good, the audio is good, and everything else like that. And the reason why you have you here today, you know why?
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z. This is our Dragon Ball Z episode, folks. And I feel like it's really important to have somebody who is very well versed in Dragon Ball, period. And that's why I brought you, because you, first of all, you're really passionate about it. And second, you spend a lot of time in Dragon Ball, whether it be the shows, the movies, the games. So do me a favor, tell the crowd.
Let's see. I think I started watching Dragon Ball Z right before high school, and I watched the whole thing, and then I watched the movies, and then I think I watched GT. I was like, wow, this is garbage. And I watched Dragon Ball, and went, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. You know, it drags in some places, but I can definitely see why this would spawn a franchise. But realistically, the meat of Dragon Ball Z comes from Z, not Ball or GT or Super, but Z. It's where you get the most iconic scenes that aren't from Dragon Ball, and where most people think of what most people think of when they think of Dragon Ball Z.
Right. And you said you played the games.
Yeah, a few of them. Sparking Zero when it comes out.
And Spark is Zero's
You
coming
guys
out.
aren't ready.
Spark
You
is
guys aren't
Zero.
ready. But what else? I played Kakarot, DBFZ. I'm pretty bad at it, but I can beat all you guys. So,
That's no surprise.
Yeah, that's true.
um, uh, Super Saiyan Warriors and Flash game.
You play Xenoverse? You play Xenoverse,
I played Xenoverse, and I get my favorite story from Xenoverse is when Broly two-punched Goku, and I just went, I'm in the wrong place.
Yo.
But yeah, I've been a pretty big Dragon Ball Z nerd for a while.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Since you've been a really big Dragon Ball Z nerd, do you think that you have an emotional attachment to it?
Dude, I know the second Masako Nozawa, Goku's Japanese voice actor, dies, I'm gonna start crashing up. I'm gonna lose it.
Gonna lose his mind.
There's gonna be riots. It's gonna be riots in Japan. I'm gonna be right there.
Not even just Japan, Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah,
Cartel's actually going to take over the entire United States.
at that point,
Yo, I
like,
still can't. Well, listen, R.I.P. Toriyama, the man's a legend. But like when I heard about the cartels like literally pausing all the fights and shit, they're like, listen,
we gotta stop.
a legend just died. We need to stop. Give it a
This
moment.
is real news.
This is actually important. It's crazy how anime could just it could bring people together.
It's
It can
pervasive.
divide people, but it can bring people together. It's crazy. It's powerful.
It's pervasive, that's for sure.
Clean Bean,
Yes, sir.
let's hear it. What about Dragon Ball resonates with you? What about the emotions? What about actually? Let me ask you because remember you said you started with Angel Beats, but at one point did you watch Dragon Ball, like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z?
I watched Dragon Ball right after. I think I finished Naruto actually.
Okay.
I went like the reverse route. Like usually, when I hear people talk about it, or like big three and then grandpa. Usually it's grandpa and then big three.
In
So
like
I
order.
went in that order.
Yeah.
I went completely opposite for some reason. And I don't know why. I just did.
Maybe it's. I mean, wait. Okay. Yeah. No. You got a point there. Here's the thing with me, because I did do Naruto first and then Dragon Ball. But the thing is, I already had the experience with Dragon Ball from TV, from when it was on what's the Cartoon Network?
Yeah, Toonami.
Yeah, and
No,
Toonami. Like I already watched it on there, so I had like a good bit of Dragon Ball information, but I never watched it straight through. Like it was always jumping around to different episodes when I got home from school. So for me, it feels like I touched Dragon Ball first and then Naruto afterwards. You know what I mean?
It's interesting you should say that. I think I can't be sure since this was almost 15 years ago, but I was watching TV late at night and I seem to remember somebody getting cut and then some guys, some goo, it's gonna sound weird, some goo monster jumping into his cut. And I think that was Baby from GT. So
Oh
the
my
first
God.
anime I ever watched was
Was
Dragon Ball
GT?
GT
Yo.
for 5 minutes.
God damn it, Pan. But, like,
Can't stand that character.
yo, honestly, it's interesting because GT. I think. All right, so I definitely watched GT after watching. Like, I didn't watch it first. I watched it after watching. Going through everything. I forgot what site it was. Some random site. I was like, "Ooh, it has all the episodes here, just listed off. I'm just gonna go through them all."
Cool.
And then GT was last.
That one site, yeah, that had like all the shonen animes listed on the side.
Yeah, it was like
Kiss Anime?
it was like on no,
Huh?
it wasn't. It was before Kiss Anime. It was like
It was way before
was
Kiss
like-
Anime.
I think a watch anime something or watch like
There's probably something like Watch Anime now.
yeah,
or
something like that. And
yeah.
it had like all of them at the top. Like you just switch between like Blue Exorcist, Naruto, DBZ. Like it was just all of them at the top. And I was like, ooh, let's click on them all. It had to be like around 2010, 2011 or something like that. But yeah, listen, GT for me was last. But what I will say is what pissed me off the most about GT, and we're not supposed to be talking about GT today. Not, but I'm just gonna say this right now. What Goku, why are you reverting? Like, I don't tell me, Jojo. GT. Just 1 minute of fame for GT. Tell me about it. What do you hate about it?
Oh my goodness. All right. So GT and Super are twins. They're both not directly made by Toriyama. They're both kind of misunderstanding the characters of the show, and they both start off like ass.
That is.
I don't want to watch you go through the universe acting like idiots, finding the Black Star Dragon Balls, because guess what? There's a new set of Dragon Balls that when you wish on them, it blows up the planet in a year. Who would make that? That's like buying a gun where when you shoot it, there's a slight chance that it also just blow up and kill everybody on your side and leave everybody in the enemy team completely fine. Don't worry about that. So there's that. There's the fact that Pain just annoys me. There's the fact that Goten does nothing. There's the fact that Gohan feels like he shouldn't be in the show. Vegeta cut his hair, has a mustache, gets bullied by his own daughter. Bra is dressed. She's wearing a red leather tube top, a red leather skirt, red leather gloves, and red leather boots. And I was like, dude, Vegeta, can you come teach your child how to dress?
Oh.
And then Super Saiyan 4 happens, and you're like, all is well in the world. Until it's not, because then the Black Star Dragon Art starts happening, and it sucks. I'm missing half of GT because I swear I've erased it from my memory.
No, you're 100% right.
I'm gonna be real with you. All I remember from GT is like Gogeta, Shenron, Pam, and that's it.
That's GT.
And basically Goku. That's
GT.
That's it.
You know what the best part is? When I said that Super and GT are twins, most people can only remember the Tournament of Power.
Honestly, that's fair. No, that's fair. Yeah. But besides Golden Frieza. But that's about it. That's about it.
Yeah.
All right, so since, I want to kind of frame this episode around specifically Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, because I feel like you said, Dragon Ball Z is kind of what gave that foundation, that root to spawn other things, right? But just Dragon Ball in general. Let's start with Dragon Ball. What do you think about Goku's growth in Dragon Ball?
A lot of people will say that Goku has a flat character arc, that he doesn't have a character, he doesn't grow. And that's true in Z because he's already grown in Ball. He's essentially, if you ever play a game that has a lot of post-game content, you don't grow from the post-game content because your character's done. It's over. Either wait for the sequel or shut up.
Yeah, basically.
And literally it feels like all of the rest of Z to a certain extent and Super is post game. Cause
That's fair.
Dragon Balls, he's a kid, he's growing up, he's finding out who he really is. And it's where you get all of his basic moves, all of his fighting style, his gi, his one move, basically, Kamehameha. And you get to find out how smart he is, which isn't and how battle smart he is, and how strong he is, and what he's really, really about. And that's where you get introduced to all the classic characters. Except for Launch.
Launch.
Freaking Launch.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
What?
This is back in Dragon Ball and into Dragon Ball Z. For some reason, Launch, the colors of her hair just kept. No, they changed from when she's changing personalities.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, it was not like blue, it was purple. Or it was not purple, it was blue. Or it was moving from blue to purple as the shows were going on. I'm like,
it was
just pick a color.
It was purple. It was purple.
I thought it was blue. What
I think it's supposed to be blue. And I was watching another YouTuber. I believe his name is totally not Mark. Big Dragon Ball YouTuber. And he said that the original colors for a lot of Z and Ball and GT were wrong, because I think they were stored incorrectly or something like that, and they were essentially desaturated or oversaturated, something like that. So it might have been that it was supposed to be blue but came out purple.
Oh,
all
right.
You know?
All right.
Or it could be like a Vegeta situation where they decided to figure out what his head was supposed to be. Yeah, so it keeps switching from red to brown to black.
Red to
Yeah, I
brown
do
to
remember
black.
that.
Yeah,
That
I
shit
do
was red.
remember that.
It was definitely red. Damn.
Mm.
All right, so let's talk about the arcs for Dragon Ball. Do you think that I'm gonna ask you and I'm gonna ask Clean Bean, what would be your favorite arc in Dragon Ball? Like, what do you think gives the most oomph? What do you think has the best fighting? What gave you the best feeling?
Would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. I think Cell Saga.
No, I'm talking about Dragon
Oh,
Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
sorry,
arc do you
sorry.
think? Because we got Pilaf, we got
Yeah.
we got Red Ribbon Army, we got what am I missing?
World Tournament 1 and 2.
World Tournament 1 and 2, we got Tien,
And then the third World Tournament with
with
Demon Kid
Piccolo Jr.
and
Piccolo Jr.
And then, yeah,
Mm.
Piccolo Jr. afterwards.
Yeah, which one do you think resonates the most with you personally?
It's kind of hard
Yeah.
because I feel like they all.
You know which one for me?
Which one?
For me, it's the Piccolo Jr. arc. When Goku meets Chi-Chi, when Goku
Well,
is
for the second time.
Well, for the second time, yeah.
For the second time.
for the second time. When you're seeing the growth of Goku and the fact that he kind of goes from, first of all, he was like super tiny for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he like sprouts up after disappearing for another 2 years. And you're like, well, what the hell, Goku? What happened? Then you see everybody else grow too, except for Krillin, because Krillin's Krillin.
But
And
even-
Yamcha, Yamcha. He was already old at that point.
But even Krillin, he seems older. He seems like
older,
a
yeah.
lot more.
His maturity
much more
and
mature.
his confidence definitely went up. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's why I think I definitely think that arc resonates with me the most. Now, are all the other arcs bad? No, not really. I like Mercenary Tao. I felt like that was cool.
First man in Dragon Ball to have black Air Force in there. First one. He killed a man with his tongue. He killed a man with a shoe. He flew on a pillar.
He blew the pillar and then proceeded to run after it, jump on it. It's like, yeah, let's go sky surfing.
He had kill you on his back. Nuts.
Yeah, I really love Mercenary Tao. Just the fact that, and if he comes back later on in Z, right?
Filler episode, yes.
Filler episode. This was between. Was it in the Cell game saga?
I think it's the 10
like
day,
right before the 10-day
rest
break.
period.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was cool. I thought it was funny. He was like, "Oh, that's Goku's kid." Yeah, you would have thought. I'm out.
He even thinks Goku, if you remember.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
He's like, oh,
He's like, "Yeah, see
I'm
you."
doing this.
He's like, "Not again." But yeah, no, I think that arc resonates with me the most. What do you? Any specific arcs from that Dragon Ball?
I'm gonna let you go first because I have some things to say.
I don't really have I don't know why, but they just all have a special place in my heart. But I guess maybe Red Ribbon Army. But
Okay.
honestly, I don't know. Yeah, I'm like tied between that and then probably Tien.
Okay. Do you like the fact that Tien was practically like the antagonist for quite a bit, and then he switched over to being a friend?
Yeah, I did like that only because it's an antagonist, not necessarily a villain, and you're seeing him as competition within the ranks of I guess the martial arts world, and you're basically trying to compare where Goku is to where Tien is, and then you see that exponential growth between him and then within the next tournament, him sprouting up and
Man takes up the weights. He's like, you would have thought. I forgot how much they weighed. They said it in the episode.
Yeah, they did say it.
Absurd weight, and I was like, what the hell? This man's just wearing like 100 pounds or something like on each arm.
You ever see that one picture that's like, damn, you look like this? Tia was literally holding going, damn, you fight like that?
His face, his reaction, he's like, huh? That fight. That's probably why I like that fight. The entire arc so much. It's just the fact that Goku he grew and he actually made a change. That's not just physical strength, but it's actually his body as well.
I think all the major arcs do that, and I like them all equally. Mercenary Tao is the first time Goku has to do death, I think.
Yeah.
And then he also gets absolutely dumps on him. Just completely dookie on. It's bad. And then I can't remember if Tao comes before or after the first tournament, but for the first tournament, he has to fight Jackie Chun, and you find out that he's near equal with Roshi, but just not
enough. Yeah.
And great for the second time, I believe. After that, Tien comes in. He loses to some nonsense,
Yeah.
but he loses,
He
and I have
does.
to accept that.
Yeah.
And then Piccolo comes in, and it's on. Krillin's dead.
Yep.
Roshi's dead.
Yep.
Tien's dead. And Goku's missing all of his limbs except for one arm that's not broken.
How do you feel about Krillin's first death? His it was tambourine, right? Like, oh.
Yeah.
Just
It's the facial expression for me.
oh,
Bro was wearing wasn't he wearing like a suit?
Yeah.
And he had like the hat,
the
the fedora.
I was like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like,
it's just a little man.
Yo, this shit was funny.
it's like they knew it was gonna happen, so they're like, let's prepare Finn.
Let's set him up for his funeral.
Set him up.
One to the dome, and he's gone.
Dead. Nothing, just straight up like Toy Story.
Rigor mortis and everything on impact.
Hey,
I think they did a pretty good job with setting up like the stage for the fact that was a threat.
Yeah, because at the time, sure, Tien could have killed Krillin, but it wouldn't have been easy.
Yeah.
And this man killed Krillin with no problems, barely even broke a sweat. Not even Goku could do that at that point, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fair. And he was already, by that point, Goku, this was when he was still he was a kid. He's still a kid the whole time, but like this was before he had his sprout. This was like
This is his first sprout.
This is for
because before he was shorter than Krillin.
And then he grew a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Wow, that's something. What about do you think that the ending for Dragon Ball, do you think that was a good way to end it up? Do you think that was a really great transition? Okay, forget the transitioning part of it. Just the way it ended. What do you think about that? Because obviously it leaves some hang off because Piccolo's still out there, right? I mean, well, it's the egg.
well,
The egg turns into
technically.
Junior, and then Piccolo fights. Remember they fight each other.
They fight in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dragon Ball.
You're talking about Piccolo Jr.
Yeah.
So there's a few filler episodes after Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
So I can't actually remember when it is specifically. But if we're talking specifically what happens after Piccolo Jr., I think it's good. It leaves it open, but it's more like, okay, Piccolo Jr. is done. He's beaten, and there'll always be someone stronger for Goku to fight. It leaves his journey open, which is good for Z. It makes it feel very natural that when you start off, Piccolo's there being just weird.
Just weird.
And it's very natural because Piccolo's growth to be a Z fighter is a lot like Tien's, where he gets kind of beat and then he's more confronted or essentially being forced to fight with everyone else to become a better person. And so because of that, he really is forced to be a good guy. It's kind of hilarious.
It is really kind of funny. Clean Bean, you have any questions for our homie JoJo before we move on to Z?
Before we move on to Z,
Because Z is gonna be a long topic, honestly.
You know what? In Dragon Ball, who did you like better in terms of like a female character? Like, did you like Bulma?
There's only 3.
I mean, there's only 3, but like I would say, like, did anyone particularly have like a specific effect on you that I don't know, maybe you thought was a good female character, a good like leader, or maybe good intellect, or just something that put a stamp on this franchise itself?
There's only 3. So
Yeah.
As far as I remember,
There's only
Chi-Chi, who essentially doesn't exist
Yeah,
until the growth of the time skip.
until the time skip.
There's Launch, who is so inconsequential, she doesn't even show up in Z.
Yep.
And then there's Bulma, who people hate, but they don't understand why Bulma is there in Namek because they haven't watched Z. So it has to go to Bulma because she's the only character that means anything.
Okay,
The only character. I to be fair, I do like Chi-Chi. Why? Because of the fact that she kind of reminds me of that sort of Caribbean parent mentality.
I was
in a way.
Tina, but yeah.
Same thing, like bro,
Yeah.
it's like literally just that minority type parent that's always beating your ass for doing something stupid or just
Yeah.
really strict. You know what I mean? That's why I just love her.
I like Chi-Chi too. It's just that for the majority of Dragon Ball, She
She
practically doesn't exist.
Yeah, she's practically useless. She really doesn't show up until like it's not until after like that growth period for the
Yeah,
Piccolo.
and then at that point her personality is completely set.
Completely. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, no. That's Chi-Chi for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. You want to move on to Z?
Yeah, let's move on to Z. Get to the meat.
Okay, so the meat. Oh yeah, I forgot about Mai.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Mai town.
Yeah, Mai's a character too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mai's part of the peel-off king. And
Yeah.
who cares?
It's crazy because Mai is like literally there from that time until GT being dumb and stupid because Pilaf is dumb and stupid. Damn. Doesn't Mai like fall in love with
No. Yes. Future Mai
Future Mai falls in love with was it
Trunks.
Yeah.
Kid Mai now is kind of just there, and it seemed to be setting up a love story, and she's like 50. She's older than Goku. She's the oldest character that's not, Grandpa Gohan or Roshi.
Yeah.
So I don't know how Japan feels about that, but
Gotta get the MILFs.
it's not even a MILF at that point. I've never seen this. I was watching Highlander with a few friends. Some of them are here, and I said, at what point, if you're immortal, is it just weird for you to date someone? There's this stop being weird for you to date someone that's in their 20s. At what point, when you've been turned back into a 12-year-old, does it stop being weird for you to want to date someone who's 60?
Bro, that's like Mushoku Tensei, the conversation they had with Mushoku Tensei.
I have
You gotta see it because basically it's like an Isekai where he's reincarnated as a baby. But he still has like the memories from the past. Rudy, yeah.
Yes, I read it. I read it.
You read it. Okay, so you already know. Like,
Yeah, and
the fact that he's
just like, I don't know what to do.
He's just like, I have no knowledge.
I have urges and I have feelings and I don't know what's going on anymore.
It's just gotta happen. Like, there's just no, But nah, like I'm sorry, it's just funny.
It's
Like,
the worst.
is it wrong? Like,
I mean, it's weird.
I'll say it's weird, but I won't say it's wrong because you're still at that point technically still physically. Whether you are mentally or not doesn't really matter. It's about the physical aspects of it, right?
It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because on the one hand, you're dating someone who's technically so much younger than me, you could be a grandkid. But on the other hand, if you went for someone who was actually the correct age,
it would just be terrible.
Yeah.
Like, it could become like the opposite.
Yeah.
Just because you're mentally that age. Because it's like saying, okay, this is a conversation that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
This is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
I know we're talking about this now, but it's like kind of saying like, right, you know how there are girls who are really, really mature for their age?
Choose your words.
Choose your words very carefully.
Hey, listen. I'm just thinking about it this way. Why do they say that? They say that men they mature slower than women, right? So if you choose a man who's 18, right, and you choose a woman who's 18, that 18-year-old woman will probably have the mental stability and capacity of somebody who's 25 to 30. Sometimes.
30
So here's the thing, though. In a man's defense, there's really not that much of a difference.
It's fair.
The mental stability of me when I was 18, well, I'm not a good example. The mental stability of somebody who's in their 18 and they're 25 is really not that much.
That's fair. It's a little
stupid, just less aggressively.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. There's no way.
It's a hot topic. Like, I feel like the comment section is gonna.
Bro, I'm just gonna get flamed like from out the gate.
You're fine. I'm one who's talking.
But what did I do? Like,
here's the thing. This is the perfect example. How old are you again?
bro, I'm 22.
I'm 25 and you're 27.
7.
So
I'm about to turn 20.
We staggered.
Exactly. So, but that's the thing. We can all be friends because we're equally stupid.
That's fair.
You know,
that's fair.
that's a fair.
I can understand.
That yeah.
I can understand.
I get that. Damn. I never thought about it that way. All right, back to DBs. It's a deep combo. I hope we're good on time, but talking about Dragon Ball Z, and I guess this is before we get to the Vegeta whole villain arc thing, right? Goku has a kid.
Yeah.
Which I honestly never expected him to ever have a kid in his life.
Yeah.
I didn't even think he would know how to use his thingy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But he did. I don't know how he didn't destroy freaking Chi-Chi in the process, but he did.
What's a kiss? Like, nah.
Goku can Goku. That's where he gets his name from.
How did you not like? How did Chi-Chi survive? I mean, I understand Chi-Chi's a fighter, but like, I don't think Chi-Chi can handle those cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just me. But anyways, talking about Dragon Ball Z, the opening, the opening for me, it was like an introduction it felt great. But you're thrusted right into the Saiyan arc.
Yeah.
Which is good because you're not holding back. They do kind of give us a little sprinkles of what happened in the meantime, right? That's why you see Goku with his kid.
Bits and pieces, yeah.
Yeah. But hey, we're going right into it. So what do you think about that first saga? This is before, this is just the entire Vegeta saga. We'll talk about that, like from the start to Vegeta.
So quick anecdote.
Yeah.
I first watched Dragon Ball Z, and I felt like something was wrong. And I was like, why does it feel like I'm dropped in the middle of a story? So I looked on Google Dragon Ball Z prequel. For some reason, I couldn't find Dragon Ball, and that's why I never watched Dragon Ball until like 3 or 4 years later. So I'm really stupid.
I wouldn't call it stupid. But
Yeah, I don't know how I managed to miss an entire series. But yeah, the intro of DBZ, I mean, funnily enough, you don't really hit DBZ until you hit Vegeta. So up until Vegeta arrives, really until Vegeta and Goku fight, it's still Dragon Ball. And it feels like Dragon Ball.
yeah.
No, I get what you're saying.
The fight in the fight between really, I guess Nappa too. Nappa and Vegeta and the rest of the Z fighters and Goku is really the beginning of Dragon Ball Z as a whole. Because, the fight between Piccolo Jr. and Goku is really, really good. It's very flashy. It has some really, really good camera angles and animation.
Okay.
But man, Vegeta had this man on demon time. The legs around the arm over an overhead smash, and Goku headbutts him. Crazy.
Wild. Absolutely wild.
That man put him in a full-on position. Orientation.
A position on XXX.
Indeed.
Yo.
XXX DBZ.
That's, hey, you know it exists, so we don't have to talk about it. It does. You've seen Chi-Chi. Anyways, move on.
This is why.
What do you think, Clean Bean, about that arc? Was that like just the I guess your introduction into Dragon Ball Z? You watched Dragon Ball first?
I watched Dragon Ball first, and then I went to
Z. So how did you feel about that moving into the Saiyan arc? Like, what did it do for you?
I mean, it for sure put some perspective on how deep it would go, because you're basically introducing them to, okay, well, we know Goku is not human, but we're going to introduce you to your race, and your race is about that life. Like, they're going to put you to the floor, basically. Like, the floor is your best friend. The first, when Raditz first appears, though,
yeah,
coming in, definitely felt like, Dragon Ball, as you were mentioning from before. I do believe, however, you have a point, like Vegeta coming in and Nappa coming in. That's when you first get tested on like who the Saiyans really are. Like, oh yeah, we really are superior Saiyan race. Like, we are fighters. We are, macho and basically have a lot of power. But at the same time, you're getting displayed that from their entrances, just to go and realize, wait a minute, they're not even the main people. We still got your bean guy over there. We still got the freaking pill head, or I don't even know how to describe this.
Oh, you talking about
bean?
You talking about Nappa?
I'm talking about. Well, yeah, Nappa is a pillhead too. Different kind of pillhead. But I'm talking about Frieza.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about that racist piece of garbage.
Yo, that is crazy.
Zoro's best friend. Yeah, him.
That's a state.
Uncle Rook.
Did you feel, all right, let me ask you this, because talk about what? Oh, it's your foot was touching me. Talking about Dragon Ball, you know how like Dragon Ball had those like eccentric beings that kind of made you feel as if this was I guess a not a supernatural world, but more of something that was akin to not Earth, even though it was Earth. Like, you had this man transforming into a monkey. Did you think that he was going to be a Saiyan? Did you think that he was going to be an alien? Or did you think that was just kind of like a modified version of a human, or something that was just different?
I didn't think it was a modified version of a human. Mainly because, like, 8 times it's like powers that like somehow manipulate um manipulate reality, I'm always gonna think of the possibilities. Like, okay, bring someone back to life with the Dragon Balls, granting your own wish. That could be a possibility. You know, you could make an anime where it's just only within Earth. But when I think of like those types of powers, I'm just the possibilities go through my head. Like, okay, this could be
It could be anything.
anything. Yeah.
So like realistically, it could have been, oh, somebody used the Dragon Balls on Goku to turn him into a monkey or something like that.
Realistically,
Well, not turn him
yeah,
into a monkey, but like
but
only a
like,
monkey that could transform at like in full moon or something like that. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I see what you're saying.
like
Okay.
it's unnatural.
For me, I wasn't expecting it to go the alien route, but what I will say, and I'm gonna talk to Jojo about this one too, right? In Dragon Ball, there was like these characters that will pull up that are just not, they're just not human. This is even before the Piccolo arc. I'm like,
The dog president.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, the dog
Oh
president.
yeah.
I'm like, bro, isn't that a dog?
He's like,
And you had like the guy in the tournament, right? Who's like a
Manual.
yeah, that guy. I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
isn't this a little odd, guys?
it's like you don't see anything wrong here. Or...
Yeah, I remember, and like I said, I watched Dragon Ball afterwards, and I remember thinking to myself, did Dragon Ball Z actually happen? Because it just seems like Goku's just kind of built different, as opposed to him coming from space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's how I felt. Like I was watching, like when I went to Dragon Ball Z, I'm like, okay, now things are starting to make sense. Not make sense, but like I was like,
Mhm.
okay, aliens are here. I'm not surprised now. Like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah,
It's one of those things where it's like, it happens, but I'm not surprised by it, as opposed to like if they said, I don't know, Goku's mom's a dog, where you're like, whoa, whoa, where
on, wasn't
are we
expecting
going
that.
here?
What you see werewolf or baby? You know, got
Dog and Ningen.
Ningen. All right, well, let's talk about I guess we can move on to the next saga. Actually, before we move on to the next saga, the next arc, Yamcha. I had to call it out. I had to call this man out because we were actually just talking about this before the episode, like just references that Dragon Ball just basically spawned throughout the entirety of just anime in general. We've got the Yamcha reference in Bullshit the Rock that I called out, where she's basically like on the ground, practically dead, in the same exact position, same everything. There's the I forgot which one it was. Assassination Classroom. There was a.
Yes.
Do you remember what it was?
Yes, yeah. It's when Koro Sensei?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, when he meets the other tentacle dude, and he calls him brother, and so they have a bunch of anime flashes, and one of them is Goku and Vegeta facing off, with some of it being if it being Goku and Vegeta, it's
It's
the two
dope.
of them, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. There's a lot of them. Yo, Queen Bee, you remember any?
What you said?
You remember any of those references that were like scattered throughout other animes,
Oh,
all related?
I mean, pretty sure there were a lot of them that were used, and especially with the tournament arcs, like or like any instances with those, but also Gintama does a lot of that as well.
Oh, it does.
Where
Yeah.
like you'll just a reference like One Piece or do Dragon Ball, do Naruto, like just from either cosplaying or just making fun of like certain bits. Or there was even I think there was a Yamcha one in
And
Gintama.
Gintama too?
I think so.
I would not be surprised. Gintama's got that
Probably.
comedy. Even though it does have, it's like a mix of comedy and they got that seriousness in there too. So,
Yeah.
all right, now we can move on to the next arc, which is moving on from Saiyan to Namek,
Yes.
right? Okay. You know, it's interesting because this is like the first time we actually leave Earth,
Yeah,
right?
ever.
Ever. Despite being in such a very, like, really super alienistic environment, now we're actually leaving the planet. So it's like, what's going to happen? Are we going to see people who are actually aliens or are we going to see humans over there? I have no clue. But what I will say is the introduction going to Namek, the Dragon Balls, just understanding that there's Dragon Balls over there, you know, it's based off of the Namekians and et cetera, et cetera. It's kind of cultural. It is within their cultural nature. So what do you think about sort of the parallels between Piccolo and his people and how there was like a difference between, I guess, the evil Piccolo and the Namekians that were already there? On Namek specifically.
To my knowledge, Piccolo is really different. From what I can remember, Piccolo is not like the other Namekians. The closest one he's to is Nail. But even then, Nail is kind of different. Piccolo is always completely in generally completely in solitude, and he's more focused on just actually beating cheeks, not the fun kind, but the
What?
kind, than he is when Nail's thing was being a protector. Piccolo jokes fight people. Not as much as Goku, but enough that it does set him apart from the other Namekians, I think. And that's probably has to do with his him coming from the evil side of the nameless Namekian.
Yeah. It's Piccolo that I think I resonate with a lot within the, I guess, the Namekian art, obviously because it's about Namekians, but just the fact that he's realizing that he's not the only one, and he's seeing that you gotta include what's it called? Con.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But just seeing that there's more of him, right? Just understanding that he's not alone technically. It it does resonate with me. I don't know how you feel about that, Clean Bean?
I mean, I'm pretty much just the same way. Like, Piccolo definitely, for sure, is a kind of solitude to himself, and a little different from his own race. But I also want to mention the fact that Akira Toriyama's favorite character,
Sure.
Piccolo.
That's fair.
If you do gravitate towards him, like, it's definitely understandable. Like, he dresses clean.
The turban.
Like the turban.
It's practically black.
Practically black. Like, I mean, he's one of us.
Yo,
He's
got waves.
Yeah.
He's got something.
He got something, bro. He got something.
So we're leaving Earth. Correct me if I'm wrong. We were this was after finding out about the Dragon Balls, right?
Yeah, I think it goes. Raditz tells the Saiyans. The Saiyans get there. They kill Piccolo. He goes, oh crap.
We'll go Dragon Balls.
Yeah, we have to go to Namek. I think Krillin overhears them, and that's what I know about Namek.
Right. And then that's when Bulma's like, all right, time to make a ship.
No, yes. But her dad finishes the ship. She goes on the ship with Krillin and Gohan on the ship that Tommy came with.
Yeah, okay. So they're in that
yeah.
ship, yeah. I remember that now. Wow. Damn, oh, that's actually crazy. Because it's Goku who uses that ship.
Yeah.
Because he's still recovering.
Yeah, he's still recovering.
He's still recovering, still resting. He uses that ship that was built to come.
Yeah, and it has a gravity chamber and everything.
And he uses that to train.
Which was the first time we got. Well, I mean, I could just be crazy, right? I may just be crazy, but when they said that Goku entered the hyperbolic time chamber when he was a kid, I never remember seeing that. I think that takes place during the time skip, the first time skip, when he's up training on Kami's lookout. Or is it the second time skip? The second time skip. But I never remember him saying that going into there and only being able to survive a month.
No, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think I've ever seen it. They might have mentioned it, but I don't think I've ever seen it happen.
But when I was watching Z again, I think I was like, he did?
When was this?
Oh, show me that.
All right.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I thought we were boys.
Keep your signature. That's crazy. So they land. It's Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan. Right. And the entire landscape, Namek, I won't say it mirrors Earth because it really doesn't, but it's very
serene.
Serene's, yeah, I feel like serene's probably a good word to use. Like it's otherworldly, no doubt, because it is a different world.
Yeah.
But you still feel those ties to Earth in a way. Like it still feels earthly, even though the environment's kind of a little different.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it could be a place on Earth. I mean, without all the weird colored water and grass.
And then grass, yeah. And then the trees that are just like literally just poles or something like that. And they got like those little balls at the top or whatever. The
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat.
If I remember correctly, which fight was first when they landed?
When they first landed.
Vegeta versus Queen.
Yes.
That was the first fight.
That was the first one.
Because at that point, well, no, technically, if you wanted the first fight, it was Gohan absolutely kicking the dog out of the Doria.
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
forgot about that. I
That's
forgot
not
about.
really a. Oh wait, what is that? No.
Wait.
It goes Vegeta Kui, then that happens because
Okay.
then Vegeta kills the Doria, and he's because
Oh yeah, because he's on top of the world. Yeah.
True.
Nah, I remember that. You know, now that I think about it, that entire arc, like just from then up until let's just say the last episode when Frieza is fighting Goku and everything, and the whole planet blows up and everything. That's a lot of episodes. I have it written down here. I'm trying to see if I have like the actual tally, but it was
a good chunk.
It was a long chunk. Like what I have here, it's Namekians Saga starts at 36, right?
Is this
And
Kai or is he?
I think this might be Z, not Kai. Because how long was Kai? Wasn't Kai like?
I mean, the first half of Kai has to be around like maybe 50 to 100 episodes. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think it might be regular Z, because this one goes up to 291 here. Regular Z 291, I think. I think it was 291.
I don't think the first half of Kai is that long.
No, yeah, definitely not. But it starts at 36 and it ends at 107.
I
Dang.
think it's almost as long as the Tournament of Power, actually.
Wait, really?
The Tournament of Power lasted.
Well, it was a long time. It was a long time. I don't know if it was as long as. It's possible.
Yeah,
I have to check.
I think it's still longer, but I think Tournament of Power is close-ish.
Okay. What about Frieza? What do you think about Frieza?
I mean,
Oh, so they can be called too. I didn't know this.
this man.
Yo, Frieza, what about the Ginyu Force?
Oh wow, wow! Namek is peak.
Yeah.
It like there are better moments in Z,
Yeah.
but Namek is just a full package. Honestly, and I say this with like fully, Dragon Ball Z could have ended at Namek, and it would have been a good send off.
Yeah, that's true. No, I agree.
I'm happy that it didn't, but it could have.
I think the biggest moment for me is probably when Goku first goes Super Saiyan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easily.
It's just something about it. You know, it hits different. Obviously, Krillin dies, right? Because again, because he's freaking Krillin. But watching the transformation happen, hearing the soundtrack, right? Personally, for me, I gravitate more towards the Bruce Falconer soundtrack.
Of course.
But
I mean, if you're watching Kai, there's only one song, but yeah,
that's fair. And I don't know, it hits different from. What do you think?
I think the Gear 5 heads are crazy for saying that it's more iconic than Super Saiyan. Nuts. And I don't care if someone that burns down my house. You're wrong. You're wrong.
I will say that is definitely 100% true. I do like, the way that they portrayed Gear 5, but it's not necessarily anywhere near as iconic as the first Super Saiyan, in my opinion.
If anything, it's safe to say that the transformation, so to speak, kind of spawned a lot of what you see within, like One Piece, Naruto. And we're going to talk about that later on.
Yeah. I mean, real quick. I mean, I know this is common knowledge, but yeah, I believe all the authors have said that Dragon Ball Z is an inspiration. So even if Gear 5 is more iconic than DBZ, it's not because it comes from DBZ.
It's like it's a derivative of basically what the product is right now.
Yeah, it doesn't make it any less. It doesn't make it any less great, but it's important to realize that Dragon Ball Z spawns these 3 anime, which spawn their own gaggle of anime, which spawn their own, and some of them obviously take direct inspiration from DBZ. That more than they do from the big 3, but still.
No, that's true. That's like I guess, tree or like tree branches.
Yeah. If you were to look at, you could call it like a family tree of anime. You could probably tie a lot of shonen anime directly to Dragon Ball Z.
No, that's true.
100%. You know what I don't like about that? The one thing that I really hate about the Namek saga is the Captain Ginyu.
Really?
You don't like Ginyu?
Like, I like him. I just hate the fact that, bro, this whole body transfer.
Yeah.
It's kind of busted.
Like
It's kind of busted.
when I saw that happen first, I'm like, come on now, that's just cheese.
He's like, that was cheesy. I was like, no way.
And fun fact, I think it's the only hack in Dragon Ball Z that actually works. There's not another one.
Like, hack, like, in terms of...
So if we're gonna, there's a bunch of hacks in the series. There's the Devil Man who just goes, oh, if you got darkness in your heart, you just die. It doesn't work on Goku.
Yeah.
Because he got no darkness.
There's Babidi taking over Vegeta's mind.
True.
Vegeta basically just goes, no.
No.
But I'll take the power though. That's crazy. There's Baby, who initially can't take over people because they'll just turn Super Saiyan and then they'll get out of it.
Yeah.
And I think there's a few other ones. Yeah, but
But it's the only one that actually
that
like
has 100%
hits.
win rate. If it
Okay.
hits, it's good.
Yeah, honestly, maybe that's why I was so mad at it, because of the fact that it was just like cheesing it. I mean, we're gonna talk about
Oh,
the boot candy.
yes.
Oh, shoot.
And then the carrot thing from from Dragon Ball. I think that
Yeah.
no, that should have worked.
Blue candy. Wait, oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm mixing
And
people.
we haven't talked about him, but Chaozu's stupid mind control.
Oh right, yeah.
Bro.
His one weakness, basic math.
Basic math.
He just like me for real.
1 + 1 is 16.
There's also Gildo.
Mhm.
But his gimmick is just stupid, dude. Like, yeah, sure, they can't break out of it, but he has to hold his breath, and he has the lung capacity of fish on land.
Damn,
Yeah, that's fair.
you just roasted him. Nice.
He's short. He's like
stubby.
pudgy. His techniques suck. He just strikes weird poses, even for the Ginyu Force. He has 2 extra eyes on the side of his head.
Why do you need those?
It's like Toriyama was like, I guarantee you, right? It's not like I know the man, or should did, but I can guarantee you that Gildo was somebody he did not like his editor or something.
This guy
Honestly,
needs to get
probably.
immediately.
Needs a boot.
Or we had
Oh,
like Vegeta.
that's true.
No.
And they really, no one liked Gildo, not even his own team.
Yeah, they just bullied him onto the freaking force. Like, they just... I feel bad.
I don't.
Damn, bud.
It's deserved.
Why?
It's deserved.
Because he's stupid and I don't like him.
Fair point.
The Ginyu Force, I feel like it's probably one of the more iconic, like, I guess, Dragon Ball references, just because of the fact that everybody's doing poses. JoJo pose, but like then there's Ginyu Force pose. You see those poses? Like, we're talking about the Olympics. We just saw some people do the Ginyu Force pose.
I didn't actually see that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm not too sure who it was, but we were watching it, and I think we were watching track. Was it, or was it? I don't know.
I think it was
I think it was track.
That's
And
incredible.
they were in like the
Was it,
the waiting area, and they were doing the Ginyu pose.
Was it the 4x4?
It might have been the
It
4x4.
might have
That's
been a
even
4x4.
better.
It might have been a 4x4. But yeah, it was cool. It's cool. We'll say it was cool. But yeah, Goku fight with Frieza. Personally, for me, even though obviously it was drawn out, it's probably, you said it was like the longest fight, right?
Yeah, I believe it has the longest fight in history.
I love the transformation. I do think the fight could have obviously been a little condensed.
Obviously, this is the original Z.
Yeah, this original Z, yeah.
I still can't get over that.
But I'll give it props. What were you saying, Cleveland?
The
Oh, no, some sense into you. Like, God. I seen this on Instagram recently where it's just like Goku turns into the most disrespectful person when he finds like he's stronger than you, and it's true.
It is
it
literally
really is true.
You just be cancer?
Looks like your porn addiction is really strong.
that thing is too strong, bro. I gotta leave. Oh my
God. This cancer thing is really strong. I don't think I can win.
Oh my god.
Yo, our producer's dying over there. But it's literally true, though. It's literally a fact. Okay, so Goku's fight Frieza finishes up, right? Obviously he beats Frieza, but Frieza's not actually dead.
You see, that's what I'm talking about when I say that Z should have ended, or Z could have ended right there.
Yeah, okay, I see.
But then they were like,
Yeah, no, it's great that they did that.
find his body and everything.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
Trunks' introduction to Kill Mega Freeze is the best introduction. one of the best introductions in all of anime.
Dragon. Yeah, that's
And all
all
of
anime
yeah,
too.
it's
Yeah,
just good.
it's good.
But there's something to be said about that moment when Goku beats Frieza. I was thinking about this. It's the culmination of every part of his story. He at the time is the strongest person in the universe, so he's beaten. It's that one Poseidon that wants to fight. It's the guy who killed his best friend. It's the guy that will go home and destroy Earth, so it satisfies the human part. It's the guy that killed his family and is the entirety of his race, so it's the Saiyan part fulfilled. And it's really just Goku is done. It really is his final boss, and he will most likely, I think, in terms of story, never reach that point again.
So that development was like, you think that development is by and large probably the most peak development for Goku within the entire Dragon Ball series.
Yeah, he will reach greater heights. Eventually, you think he'll probably beat Beerus, but by and large, on the whole, even if he does beat Beerus, it doesn't satisfy every single part that makes up his being.
I get it.
That's fair.
Like all the character traits and like the struggles have been satisfied within that one person that you're trying to fight, and then you compare it to like, okay, now Cell, now Majin Buu, now basically everyone else. It's not really the same because I guess you're doing it for protection, but at the same time, you have other characters that can fulfill that role where they need to, spring.
I mean, you could say it this way, right? With the development of Goku, if anything, but after that point, that's pretty much it, and then it switches to Vegeta's development.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah. And you know what? I saw this on YouTube short. It might have been the same guy, totally not Mark, or it might have been somebody else. I can't remember. They were saying that Vegeta goes to Earth, and although he wins, it's more of a loss for him because the only times you ever see him training are in filler. So he never actually trains in canon. You don't see him do that until he gets back to Earth for the Android Saga. So his entire viewpoint is that I'm the strongest and I don't need to train. And then Goku goes, "Well, I was born, weaker than you." But again, let's talk about it. Goku is garbage.
He's trash.
He's literally garbage.
He's the biggest trash there is.
Sure, he can beat most humans as a baby, but there's going to be some hard walls he comes up against, and that wall is Krillin Tien, the Demon King Piccolo, Kami, Mr. Popo, Roshi. Honestly, Grandpa Gohan got killed.
The mercenary?
Yeah.
Mercenary, Tao, Corinth to a certain extent, and Yajirobe, who were all stronger than he would have been if he had just hung out on the planet and would have killed him.
So true. So true. You want to move into the next saga?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. So we got, after Frieza, it's the android arc, right? So this is Trunks pulls up, right? He wants to warn everybody. He's basically trying to warn Goku because Goku's supposed to die.
Yes.
Right.
That's first.
But Goku's not there yet. So he's supposed to meet him, and Goku's not there yet.
Yes.
Frieza shows up.
Yes.
And his dad. They get
Launch sword style.
And then Goku comes home and he's like, "Oh, I thought Frieza was gonna be here and destroy the Earth." But now somebody else.
No, actually, I believe he says that. Yeah, I was monitoring it. I was just gonna teleport down.
And then
when Trunks shows up, he's like,
"All right, I guess I'm good."
"That was easiest fight of my life. It's that easy."
After spending like 50 something episodes fighting this piece of crap. But hey, I got the job done. You know what I really like about that scene though? It's like the after the Trunks scene when Trunks meets Goku, and they're like looking at each other like, "So you can go Super Saiyan, huh?" It's like, "Yeah, you want to see? Go Super Saiyan?" It's like, "Can I go Super Saiyan too?" "Yeah, sure." And everybody's on the sideline like, "Yo, what is going on right now, bro? They're going, bro, what are we gonna do?"
It's it even goes further to say that Goku's development is practically done here, because Trunks is a new Super Saiyan. The block can't even touch Goku. So he would have teleported down there and evaporated Frieza.
Completely pooped on Frieza. Trunks was using his sword, and Goku's over here using his fingers, like.
Just one too. It was nuts. So
Why?
He really is done. All of his, he's on the side quests.
So on the side quest.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. After that was basically letting him know that he was going to die from the disease, right? And
Yeah.
he brought basically the antidote or the pills for it, right?
Yeah. The
And
the
he was going to have it happen anyways, but he would have the medication to be
keep
killed.
alive.
Yeah. And I believe this was kind of more like a get ready for the androids. They correct me if I'm wrong. Did they know where the androids were because of Trunks? Like where the
Yes,
androids were spawned?
2 androids appear on the
I forgot what island it was.
city
West City.
island west islands. Was it south of West City or west of South City? It's something like that. Something like that. But obviously Trunks is wrong, and he's stupid. And actually, no, it's probably Bulma's fault. I'll be real with you.
It's probably Bulma's fault.
Bulma saw the androids, or most likely Gohan saw the androids and did not tell Trunks that there were 2 more androids. So it really is Bulma and Gohan's fault.
That is fair. Androids. So we got the androids here. Let's list them off. We got 16, we got 17, 18, and 19, 19 and 21. 19 and 21, the first one.
No, 19 and 20. 21 is
19 and 20. 21 is the girl,
Black
right?
Coat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 19 and 20. 20 is Jiro.
Yes.
And 19 is ass piece of crap. Looks like a what does he look like? A Pillsbury Doughboy or
I was gonna
something?
say, like, really, really stereotypical Chinese fat doll.
Okay, I'm not making fun of Chinese.
Not either.
But yeah,
like, you know what I mean,
you're right,
though,
yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
It's just there are just some weirdly Chinese characters in Dragon, like Tien
But yeah.
and Chi-Chi's original outfit. Not the ball outfit.
Oh, you're talking about the
tournament outfit.
tournament outfit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just sort of like, why are you wearing that?
Why are you wearing that?
Damn. What's wrong with
And even Tien and Super has like a weirdly, I guess you would consider it Chinese outfit where you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of miss big shoulder Tien.
Big shoulder to you.
And speaking of Tien,
Chiaotzu.
Chiaotzu, yeah.
Yeah, and Chatsu. Yeah. Damn. And Yamcha, I guess technically his would I say his outfit was
His bandit outfit?
maybe not his bandit outfit. Because after his bandit outfit, he was wearing the
Turtle Key.
the turtle
Maybe,
key.
yeah.
So okay, so maybe not. But hey, what do you think about the Android Saga just in general?
It's good.
You think it's good?
Organizing.
You don't like it as much as the Namekian art.
No, I like it more.
Okay,
I
you like
just
it more.
don't think it's as impactful.
As impactful for Goku specifically.
Yes, and because at that point it's just Goku. Goku is the hero, but now you have Vegeta who's here, who's getting more character development. Piccolo, whose character development's not really done, but it's getting pretty close to it.
Yeah.
And Gohan, who's the new kid on the block, literally the new kid on the block, just spawned.
What a guy. 30. What do you think about Android 18 pulling up in 17, 18, yeah, but 18 in Vegeta's fight?
This is the moment where Vegeta does nothing but lose. Vegeta has won like 5 fights since then, and he throws most of them. Or in terms of Goku, he just sneaks Goku. He literally just like, hey, why don't you let your guard down, anybody? On the back of the neck. But yeah, you can like don't get me wrong, he loses on Namek a bunch too, but he has good showings.
True. But this one, this man,
nope.
He went Super Saiyan. He just achieved his goal, right? And it means nothing. Android 18 completely dogs this.
Just like, oh, Super Saiyan.
That's cool.
That's cool. What's that? Haven't heard of it. Arm broken.
Damn.
Man, it was a mess. And I think it's like the first or second time you see a broken bone in Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Z.
Which is kind of funny, actually, considering up to that point.
Yeah, I think Piccolo is the first one. He just takes out all of Goku's arms and legs.
Oh yeah, remember that.
Yeah.
And then they were trying to stop them from being okay. So that's after they were trying to stop them from waking up.
Yeah,
because
Vegeta
20
kills 19.
Yeah, 19 gets killed. 20 was like, let me go back, Jiro. Let me go back and wake up my boys. And
tries to suck Piccolo a little bit. You know,
I do remember that. Piccolo almost got sucked. Almost. But
if I had a nickel for every single time Piccolo got sucked, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Pause.
It's more than one, and that's a problem.
I'm starting to think he's starting to enjoy it.
Major pause, bro. Damn.
Yeah. Sometimes he was sucking out energy, and Cell was sucking out his arm.
What? Whoa.
There's no it's what happens.
Damn.
Question for y'all.
Yes.
Clean Bean.
What I do.
Nothing yet. How do you feel about Cell? As an antagonist, as a villain, how do you feel about Cell?
I feel like he was Black Force energy, to be honest with you. Or
Okay.
well, I can't really say Black Force. I can be more like standing on business, specifically.
Is it because of the sucky sucky, or is it just what do you mean?
Yes, we'll say the sucky sucky, yes, but also because of the fact that I don't know, he embodied like arrogance, intelligence, and strength.
Okay.
Which are basic necessities of like a villain, and sometimes even a protagonist. That's what I see, but definitely was one of the first characters I saw. And I was like, I'm actually like scared of you. Like from when I saw Frieza, I was like, bro, who is this weird dude? Like, why he look like that? Why is he racist too?
Frieza, that's true. Frieza did invoke that fear, but it was Cell who kind of, I guess, took the cake for me. I wasn't really afraid of Boo. I mean, Evil Boo kind of looked kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That man looked scary as fuck. But just thinking from like Cell's perspective, the build up leading up to Cell's first entry, the seeing everybody just kind of like gone, or you see all closed, you're like, wait, what the hell? What is this, an alien movie or something? Like, actually though, and I was scared. I was really scared when I saw him first, and it shows. I think it's it moves. The camera pans to him like basically standing with somebody right in his tail or something.
Mm.
When he's like sucking.
The rich guy.
The rich guy, yeah. And I was like, wow, we're gonna have a problem here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Frieza does have to build up to him being scary because he dumpsters on, nearly kills Krillin, kills Dende, kills Vegeta. So he builds up to being this massive threat. Cell off rip is like, there's something wrong.
There's something wrong.
There's something deeply disturbed about this man.
We got to do something now.
And the fact that they can't find him.
Yep, and the fact that they can't find him. It was like just an ominous threat.
They're wild. Do you think? All right, you know what I'll say? I'll say that for me personally, I really enjoyed the Cell Saga mostly because of the fact that the Cell games were involved. It's not as if the other Android stuff before then wasn't important, but just the fact that he set up this whole tournament when he really didn't have to do that. He could just probably go on a fucking killing spree. But he was like, nah, let me have some fun. This is what I want to do. You know what I mean? I think he was trying to, I guess his goal at the end of the day was to prove that he was the strongest.
Yeah. Because with the androids, 17 and 18, their whole goal was to kill Goku. And so 16, but Cell never had that goal. His whole entire goal was to be perfect, and I guess killing Goku was secondary. So once he's perfect, he's just so like,
I'm perfect now.
I gotta test this body. I can test this power. He's a Saiyan through and through, honestly.
Which is funny because he's got all their genes too.
Yeah, but mostly Saiyan doing that. If you think about it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He's got he's got Frieza. Well, I guess it'd be mostly human DNA. That you think about that.
Oh, true. If he has all the other ones, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Damn. But maybe the Saiyan just overpowers the human.
Or does it? Is it equal? Because it's only Frieza and King Cole. That's the only one from. And then there's Krillin.
It's Piccolo.
There's only one Piccolo, unless it's Kami. But
that's true.
But then there's Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, Master Roshi.
Yeah.
And then we got Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, and Gohan.
Right.
Because the future Cell has Trunks' DNA.
Okay. So Cell, as for me personally, as an antagonist, as a villain, I feel like I like him the most. I love Majin Buu, but I feel like he just doesn't hit the mark for me. Like, I love the saga, don't get me wrong, but there are certain things within the saga of Majin Buu that I felt could have been tweaked a little bit. I don't know if you agree with me or not.
The Buu saga was definitely Toriyama just
having fun.
Yeah, it was the last one. He was just like, I'm gonna do what I want.
Do what I want. Cell, Gohan, and now we have who got clapped? Who got clapped in the last fight? Somebody died? Besides
Trunks.
Goku. Trunks did.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to remember that. So Trunks did die.
Yeah.
How did he die again?
Cell, when Goku killed himself, basically, Cell came back, shot a death beam, missed everybody, hit Trunks. Definitely calculated. I don't buy him going, oh, who'd I hit? You knew you hit Trunks. You're an asshole. Definitely calculated, but yeah.
So before we even continue on to another arc, Mr. Satan, Mr. I'm sorry, I have to bring him up because he's just Mr. Satan. He's got the
Yeah,
stash, he's got the everything.
He's the best. The fro, the stash,
Why
the
he look
personality.
like he's in the adult film industry?
He do have the stash. He looks like he's on an ad for doctors hate this one trick. Just saying, that's what he looks like.
Doctors hate this one trick to how to
God,
grow your.
exactly.
I can't. I really can't. Yeah,
It goes Johnny Sins and then Mr. Satan.
in that order.
I declined to answer.
You know what? I can respect. I can definitely respect that. I can respect that.
Do I let that slide? You know what? No, I'll let that slide. Let it slide. Let it slide. Yo, Mr. Satan, bro. Yo, but
That's a clip right there.
that's 100% a clip. But nah, I don't know, man. I think it's interesting because I just love his bravado and the fact that he thinks that he's hot shit, and he knows that he's not. But like the fact that he has to act that way. It's just crazy to me. Like, how does he do it? How does he stay in character? How?
I don't know, man.
I'll tell you one thing. There was somebody who sued this wrestler, Hulk Hogan? I think it was Hulk Hogan. Where during the deposition, one of the lawyers was just like, it says here that you said that Hulk Hogan has a 13-inch cock, but you don't. And he goes, I don't, but Hulk Hogan does. That's Mr. Satan. He's always in character.
Always in character.
Can't stop him.
Every time. Even from that point all the way up until we're gonna talk about the Boo Saga right now. Like the Cell Games pulling up, he's like the guy, and now no. I feel like he still is the guy because technically you could attribute Boo's control to him, but
Yeah, dudes would do
Still-
that because of him.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the Spirit Bomb. Spirit Bomb.
Oh, and
Spare
Spirit
bomb. Spare bomb.
That's true, yeah. Because
For
that was the world champ. But yeah, let's talk about the Boo Saga before we close out this episode. What do you think about the Boo Saga? Do you think it's a blur?
Oh, shit. Man, the Boo Saga just happens, and it happens fast. And like, it's like, oh, Gohan's going to school, and he's interested in this girl, and her name is Videl. And Goku's coming back, and Videl's getting her ass beat. Now Gohan's strong, and here comes here comes the Supreme Kai, and Piccolo gives up. And then there's Deborah, and Vegeta's evil, and now there's Boo, and Vegeta's dead. And you're like, whoa, guys, let's relax. I can't keep up. I can't.
Chill out.
I have some favorite moments from the arc right now. Yeah, we definitely do. What I will say is the Gohan goes to school arc for me, I felt was fun. Why?
Yep.
Because of the fact that he's just in this new environment that he's never been in before, and he's strong as hell.
Mm.
So like, how do you curb like? Remember the baseball game?
Yeah, where he comes like,
Yeah, and he's like, oh damn, I gotta curb my power.
I think my best part is the fact that he jumped that high and thought it was normal.
Yeah, he's like, oh, they're looking at me weird.
It
Like-
really is like seeing Goku grown up, if that makes sense. Like Kid Goku grown up.
That's what we kind of missed, you know, because we didn't really see much of that. Goku didn't really go to school, you know.
No.
So, but yeah, I think from that perspective, for me, that's why I felt like it was something that was just new and fresh. Because after the Cell Saga, Goku's dead, dead, and it felt as if we were in a new character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Gohan is the main character now. Obviously, there wasn't Kiss, but
no, but it really is though.
Hmm.
From like we talked about, Goku beats Frieza, and that's it for his character. He does more things, but Gohan kind of takes over. He beats Cell,
Yeah.
and then he's kind of the main deal for the Buu arc until he isn't, and then Vegeta takes over. But even then, it's still more of a Vegeta and Goku thing than a just Goku thing.
True. More Vegeta
Then Goku.
than Goku. Yeah. Yeah. You have any favorite moments from that arc in the saga?
Gohan being absolutely not PC. This man is not woke. He comes, I can't even say it. This man comes in, hey, look over here. And you know what he says. You're like, You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This man's not messing around.
Yo. When Videl got clapped in the tournament,
Oh
and,
yeah.
and he was mad. He was gonna take out his anger, and he pulled up. Who was he fighting? He was fighting Spop- yeah, no, she was fighting Spopovich. He wasn't
Yeah.
fighting.
He was.
Spopovich.
She was a
He was
fight.
fighting
Yamu.
it was either Yamu or yeah, I think it was Yamu.
Was it?
Wait, what?
Wait. No. I think it might have been
Oh, it's Kibito Kai? Was it Kibito Kai?
No, Gohan does not fight Kibito Kai. Kibito stops Gohan from moving so that they can steal his energy. Piccolo fights Kibito and gives up.
Piccolo. Okay.
No, Piccolo fights the Supreme Kai, and I think the Supreme Kai stops. Yeah.
I gotta go
I
back.
don't know who it was. Maybe it was. Well, regardless, Popovich and they were on the sidelines getting ready to suck up his energy.
Mhm.
But that moment for me was like crazy when he was
Yeah.
like powering up and like the tile
Yeah.
start moving and shit. You're like, oh,
He's like, wait,
Right.
did it?
No,
Well,
okay. We are receiving
Yeah.
information.
Pause.
He is indeed Kibito, and not.
Yeah.
so it is Kibito.
Yeah. Okay. I was
What was
wrong.
gonna be?
Rare JoJo L. It's not very rare.
That's
So
alright.
so it was Kibito, and then I think it was Supreme Kai who was talking with everybody in the back, like, hey, listen, don't do anything. Listen, everything's gonna be fine. Gohan's gonna get his sucky energy, and then we're gonna go from there.
Wait, I forgot who's calming him down.
Goku.
Look at Goku was
Yeah,
calming.
yeah.
He said,
No,
no
hey,
wait,
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just calm down.
Yeah, the amount of memes where it's just like me when I lose to a black person online. It's crazy.
Yo,
There's no
Wild.
way. Oh my gosh, there's so many meme moments.
I love that. I love that that whole thing. Like, it's funny because like the tournament's going on and you think, okay, something's clearly gonna be happening soon because you see these people that you have no idea who they are, the Kais, right?
Mhm.
You're like, who are these guys? And you got the extra brolic Spopovich. I don't know why he's so freaking big. I mean, obviously you know why, but like
My boy's literally
he was literally huge. And then who am I missing? Because Videl was there, yes, but there was somebody else who was fighting.
Krillin, Piccolo, Goku, Vegeta.
There was somebody else though. Like I'm talking about like not like the main cast. I'm talking about
Oh, you're talking about
World Tournament of Action.
but he wasn't fighting.
I love that guy.
Remember that one dude who was he thought he was like cool with the ladies and stuff. And he got his ass kicked. I can't remember his name. I mean, that's how unimportant he was. Like, you're not gonna remember him.
yeah, like the
But I
first
just remember
he
him
goes to the church
being
for fighting too.
Oh yeah, 18 was there. Yeah,
Yeah.
18 was there. Yeah, 18 was fighting, and then she I think she left. What? No, she didn't leave because she was fighting Goten and Trunks, right?
Yeah, as Mighty Mask.
Yeah, it was Mighty Mask. Mighty Mask. That's what it was. Mighty Mask, and then there was another dude that was
Mr. Satan, he was fighting.
Mr. Satan was fighting.
And yeah, right, the pretty boy, the pretty boy. He was
That's the
fourth
one. That's the
person.
one.
And he gets knocked out pretty instantly, and then
Yeah.
Hercule, Mr. Satan is just sitting there like William Dafoe, just staring up at 18 and Mighty Mask just going at it.
Yo. And that fight was kind of crazy.
It was fun.
I honestly wanted that fight to finish, but obviously with the whole, oh, you guys can't fight with two people. It gets cut in half with the, I'm assuming it was just 18's energy that she was using with her hand, and she like cut them in half or something.
It's
a weird, yeah.
It's a fight. You watch it and then honestly it kind of gets overshadowed by the nonsense that happens before and after. But yeah.
Okay. Now, moving on to the I guess the entirety of the Boo saga.
Yeah.
Right, the meat. You get to Bobbity being a problem because he's trying to revive Boo. You get to what's his name, Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
You have Kwee or Pui. Remember that dude, dude that gets clapped by Vegeta with the titty grab? Got him. And
Yakon. The one that's Goku beats.
Yeah, by basically overfeeding him with his
energy. Yeah, which is hilarious.
That's just funny. And you have after that the Deborah fight, and then with Gohan, and
then Vegeta gets taken over at that point.
Right, and the energy. Then there's enough energy by that point to revive them.
No. They get the energy from Goku and Vegeta fighting. Because
Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right.
in the middle of their fight.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Damn, I'm surprised I forgot that. It was them fighting. This is when he was Majin Vegeta.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Peak
crazy.
Vegeta, honestly.
And Goku's like, I could beat you right now, but I'm not gonna do that because like
Goku
Yeah,
doing Goku things.
No. To be fair, if he did power up the Super Saiyan,
he would have
he would've
been
fed Fu. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. And he would have immediately gone back to
Not immediately, but yeah,
pretty close.
Could have time by like hours.
Yeah. That Super Saiyan 3 transformation was quite something. When he did it the first time, he was still dead at that point.
Yes.
And he used the rest of his time with it, right?
Yes. Not the rest of it, but most.
Oh, most of it, yeah.
He still had enough time to teach Piccolo and the kids the fusion.
The
dance,
fusion, yeah.
Which allowed them to do to become Gotenks. But I'll be honest, I don't like Super Saiyan 3 at all.
Tell me why.
I think design-wise, it's fine. You know, the Super Saiyan, the long hair and no eyebrows. But I think out of all of the forms, Super Saiyan 3 gets the least done. You know, Goku gets absolutely dominated in blue all the time. It's practically not even a form. But 3 is like the one form where he does not do anything.
What about Clean Bean? What do you think is your best, or I guess favorite transformation?
I mean, I'm always gonna say Vegeta. Like
Transformation?
well,
transformation?
technically. Oh wait, transformation. Oh wait,
Yeah,
sorry,
I mean,
sorry. I wouldn't count that as.
Yeah.
Damn. I'm just gonna go with the original, honestly.
That's fair.
I can
That's good.
definitely stick with that. Maybe. No. I was gonna go like the Dragon Ball Super route and like pick
Ultra Instinct?
Ultra Instinct.
No,
But nah, I'm good.
That's a very it's a great form.
Yeah, it's definitely a great form.
It's just
Unique in colors.
I kind of wish it wasn't. I kind of wish to stay with Omen. I didn't. It wasn't a nice fit.
That's
Yeah.
fair. If I were to pick, I'd probably pick 2. I don't know. There's something about how they basically, not really condensed 2, but remember how they were like bulky?
Oh.
No,
okay.
see, you're half correct. That's Super Saiyan 1.
That's Super Saiyan
Grade
1.
3.
Oh, okay.
Because
Grade 3.
you remember the Super Saiyan 1 form specifically. I don't think they ever did it again. Come in grades where grade 1 is on Namek, grade 2 was Super Vegeta,
Okay.
and then grade 3 was big bulky Trunks, and then grade 4 is when Goku and Gohan when they came out.
Before they fought
out.
Cell.
Yeah. Goku fought Cell in grade 4 Super Saiyan.
So 2 would be Gohan
fighting
2.
Peak for his character.
Peak, yeah. No, if that's the case, then I'm still going with 2.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's a great fight. It's a great showing. Gohan really never, even with Ultimate Gohan and with Beast, he never really hits that same. It's peak. He never hits the same peak.
It never does. It was absurd the amount of power that he was. I mean, this is back to the Cell Saga. I'm not trying to jump back in, but
Yeah.
the amount of power that he had when he was cooking Cell, that was crazy. But yeah, back to Boo. I'm gonna be real with you. Not a big fan of the entire saga. Like, obviously, there's those key points, those highs that I really do enjoy. Majin Vegeta is one of them.
Final explosion.
Final explosion. Where for me, that's a really big character development moment for Vegeta. 100%. Like, it's basically him turning over. It's the complete turnover. It's the complete conversion into this is who he is. This is the good guy, and his pride.
It really is the ending for his character. Like, obviously he's getting more now in Super.
Yeah.
But it's just because he's got the space for it. But then it's kind of like his Frieza moment for him. Where that's the point where his character is kind of like, all right, I could stop growing at this point, and I could die at this point, like he does, and never be brought back, and then be fine.
Okay. And for the Boo fights, right? There was obviously a lot of Boo fights because you got the regular Boo before he was split, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Then you got Evil Boo before he was
Super Boo.
Then you got Super Boo when he's fighting Gotenks.
Then there was Boo Tanks against Gohan. Then we got Buhan against Vegeta, which didn't stand a chance.
Not at all.
Didn't stand a chance.
Just get dogged.
And after that, they get absorbed, and then they free to live.
Yeah.
So
and then Kid Buu.
I have a question for you.
Ooh.
And you.
Okay.
Who's the strongest Boo?
Oh shoot, that's a big question.
I'll just say kid.
I'm gonna say the main reason why I'm gonna say kid is because that man is like a menace.
You're incorrect.
Not
Kid Buu is the weakest Buu.
Kid Boo's the weakest.
but he's such a menace. What
Think about it. Kid Buu is the purest Buu with nothing absorbed. And he was fighting Goku and Vegeta.
Fair
Not
point.
Vegeta.
That is true. That's a good
Gohan
point.
is much stronger than Kid Buu. It's just that Kid Buu is just way stronger than Goku and Vegeta and Majin Buu, so they just couldn't do anything.
Wow. Yeah, I never thought about it like that.
I didn't think about it either until someone pointed it out to me.
That's crazy. Really? What do you think about the way the last fight with Kid Buu? You know, with Goku getting all the energy.
It's good. It's fun. It's great. You know, iconic moment. The you know, one of these. But it's kind of you know, the show ends basically. So if you were growing up at that time, I imagine it's more like a bittersweet moment where it's like, oh, it's over, and then GT comes out. And, you know.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You know, you don't really get anything afterwards until after GT until Kai, and then Kai's different, kind of bad, and then Yosu and Goku and his friends return, and I think the time travel episode that might be further, and nothing until it just explodes out of nowhere with Battle of Gods, then Revival F, but Super, which is bad, and then it becomes good, and then it ends, and you're like, wow,
where is it?
I guess the anime is gonna come back, and then there's no anime, and then there's Broly, and then there's no anime, and then there's Superhero, and then there's no anime, and now we got Sparking Zero coming out, and
there's still no anime.
There's still no anime. Where's my anime, Toei? Where is it?
We're getting Daima.
Oh yeah, now there's Daima. I'm asking for Super 2, not where's my anime, Toei?
Honestly, and let me ask you this before we're getting close to the end right now. Since you're the guest, you're the most well versed in Dragon Ball, at least in my opinion. Because you read the manga, you're ahead. I don't. Tell me something. What do you think about the story? What do you think about how it's, I guess, going right now?
I started reading the manga right after Super ended.
Okay.
So, the manga is weird. A lot of the things that happened in the early manga has kind of been erased because of Dragon Ball Super Broly. It takes place after Super and at some point in the manga. They go over in the manga too, I think, but it's largely unchanged. So right now they just finished up Superhero.
Oh really?
Yeah,
just now?
Just finished up Superhero.
Really? Just the way the placement is kind of interesting.
It's largely the same. The one difference is that afterwards Gohan shows up on Beerus's planet and he fights Master UI Goku. Because at this point he's mastered UI and Goku loses. And they don't fight like to the bitter end, but Goku's like, I will lose eventually. And then Gohan fights Broly. And Goku asks Gohan how he's able to control his beast form since he has that anger issue. And he goes, I power up until I almost can't lose it, until I almost lose it. And so after Gohan fights Broly, Broly goes into Super Saiyan and keeps it without going berserk. So the manga right now is really good. It's been iffy, and I hope when they adapt it into the anime, they fix some of the things that happened in the manga. Generally, I really don't know what's better because the Super anime has like weird things that happen to it. Like if we trap Topo, I think, under a bunch of rocks, he'll lose, and then he just gets out of the rocks, and I was like, yeah, they're rocks. What are you talking about? And then like something interesting that happens in the manga is that Gohan fights Kefla, and Roshi it kind of sort of uses Ultra Instinct. It's not really the transformation, it's more of the concept.
Okay.
Where he's just sort of barely, doing minimal movements, thinking or fighting without thinking too much. But it's not UI. I can't think of anything else that's super. Goku has Sakai for some reason. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably. All right. He just Hakai's Zamasu. And Zamasu gets out of it. What else happens?
Okay.
That's quite the manga.
Right.
They changed Super Saiyan. Blue. There's no Falcon type 20, I don't think. There's blue and then Master Blue. And the jump in power is so ridiculous that Goku and Vegeta are fighting Frieza Masu and they lose. Master Blue Goku fights Fused Zamasu on even footing.
Really?
It's nasty.
Damn.
I'm about to start reading this. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's weird. It'll get weird. It'll be bad in some places, but it's generally fun. Like the whole Bardock thing. You hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about what is.
Towards the end, spoilers. Towards the end of the Granola arc, Bardock reveals, or there was a reveal that Bardock wished on the Dragon Balls for his sons to grow up healthy, or to grow up strong or healthy or whatever. And it kind of, sort of, invalidates Goku's journey through Dragon Ball if all that's just a wish.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's also kind of funny that the wish just makes Raditz die for Goku. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is kind of funny.
Yeah, there's some issues, but generally, I think you have a good time.
Okay, I'll consider reading it. What about you, G?
I'll consider checking it out. You know, I gotta go through a whole bunch of other anime first, but you know, I will definitely go back to my roots.
I'm really hoping Super comes back because I'm trying to watch that. That's what I'm saying.
Bro,
Yep.
Like, bring it back.
If I play Sparking Zero and it's not out, I'm gonna lose it. Like, give me a announcement.
Or at least something. You know, I've been waiting
Yeah.
for something for so long.
Let's get some dying or something.
But yeah, that's it for this episode. I know that, you know, there's a lot of Dragon Ball stuff that we got to talk about. We'll eventually get to it later down the line. I'm assuming that we'll have an episode for it. We'll have you back on. You are a legendary guest, mate. I hope you know that. That's a first guest, legendary. And listen, hoping for more, but that's what's up.
Oh, I'll be back.
Listen, thanks for coming.
Thank you for coming, my guy.
I'm gonna go back into my hole now.
All right, y'all. This is Anime Intervention, episode 11. We appreciate you. Thanks to our guests for showing up. Like, subscribe, and until next time. Next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh.
Hey, it's me, Goku.